Guys, I have a crazy video. This is actually going to be awesome. Anyway, I don't remember most of these battles because I did them a couple hours ago. And there's going to be, what's it called? Notifications in the first set because I wasn't on Do Not Disturb. So there's going to be some pop-ups. Alright, anyway. So it was Conch Elder into Magnezone, and Conch Elder is one of the worst Pokemon to see for this team since it's fighting and has a rock type coverage move. But anyway, they swap in a Wall Rain, which is a good counter to Gyarados also. But I take a shield with a Crunch, which is really nice. And I get it really low. And I manage to take swap and shield advantage. So I believe they come back in with they come in with Metagross to farm me down. But I managed to get to this Aqua Tail just before it farms me down. I come with my Magnezone, my Shadow Magnezone, my Shadow 100% Magnezone, best buddied, right? I shield, they bait me with a Meteor Mash, but that's alright because it'll still do a lot of damage. Shadow Magnezone is not the tankiest around. I get hit with the Stone Edge, but I'm thinking I have to save my shield for Magnezone since I'll need to have a Wild Charge in the back and I'll need to take out this Conkeldurr. So they farm me down, that's fine. I'm going to fully farm down the Conkeldurr with my Magnezone, shield this Dynamic Punch, and then I have 2 Wild Charges in the back. And at this point, my lose con is failing a bait, and their win con was calling a bait. So I win the first game. Next, I have Magnezone and a Florges. Now, this is a new Pokemon, and it's a pretty good lead, but it's not a good lead against Magnezone. It can still do like over 50%, damage with a Moonblast, but don't tell that to other Florges users because I like when they swap out. Anyway, I wild charge this Snorlax and dip so I can easily keep swap, and I come in with my Dragonite to farm down. I take all this energy, putting it low enough so Florges can come back and farm me down. And I'm just going to do as much damage as possible here. Dragon Claw does nothing. This next Dragon Claw will also do nothing. And then I will throw the single resisted superpower instead of the double resisted Dragon Claw. There we go. I got it on to half health, but the Florges is loaded. So it throws its Petal Blizzard at me, and that does decent damage. I get this Mirror Shot. On CMP, it looked like. I take it out, and they have a Waterfall Gyarados in the back. So they leave. Next battle, oh, we lagged out. It's a Snorlax lead, and hold up. What is that in the corner? A Mega fucking Gyarados? What? What is this visual glitch? It's not an actual Mega, because I'm taking neutral from these charms, and I have the same CP as my regular Gyarados. But, what? It has, the typing and everything in the corner. I was so surprised. I was like, what the fuck is happening? And that's why I was, asking everyone on Discord, are Megas allowed? Because I thought I, accidentally, changed it to Mega Gyarados. But it's just a visual glitch. But anyway, I take a shield, and it's in farm down range for my Magnezone, and I was just going to take this, since I figured it had enough for the Flamethrower. I don't know why they baited. But anyway, they come back in with their Snorlax, and I have my Switch Clock up, so I'm going to Wild Charge and leave again. Does big damage. Coming with my Dragonite. This was enough for an Outrage, and I'm going to respect it. It was just a Body Slam. That's fine. I was going to have to shield something eventually anyways. And now this was just a Body Slam. They didn't have enough for the nuke move. There we go. Now my mom is texting me. And it's another Waterfall Gyarados in the back. So This is a wrap. She's blowing up my phone. And I just dragon breath down the Snorlax for the win. Next battle, Spoink Supremacy. They have a Dawn fan. What is this game? Anyway, it's a tackle Dawn fan even. And then they come in with Primarina, and I'm like, okay, this game is not looking too good. I thought the Aqua Tail, since everything is resisted, and Aqua Tail is spammier and has stab. And Primarina is also not very defense weighted. And at this point, I think they have enough for the Hydro Pump. But looking back on it, I don't believe they do. I think you need 12 charms. I could be wrong. I'm not good at counting or thinking. But anyway, I shield a Moonblast, which is annoying. And then they have a Dragon Breath Gyarados in the back. So I'm like, okay, I'm hard countered in the back and soft countered in this matchup. So I'm thinking I should just leave. But I'm like, you know what, I'll stick it out since I can maybe, pull off a miracle in the back. And I've learned to just stick it out. I stopped tapping there because I wanted that extra spark with my Magnezone. And we have a Pokemon 4 times weak to ground against a ground type. Who's gonna win? We're just spamming these mirror shots, and I'm getting the attack debuff, which is nice, so these tackles are doing less, and they body slap me, and I'm like, oh my god, they're gonna Earth Power me or Earthquake me or whatever they have, because I don't even know Donphan's movesets. But then they body slam again, and I'm like, what is happening? Okay, anyway, I'm at double mirror shots, they shield, and I'm like, okay, please be enough to finish off this Donphan. But it lives, and I'm like, oh my god, are these sparks gonna kill? And they do, just barely. Oh my god. I won that game. Anyway, another Florges lead. You love to see it. They stay. So I'm like, okay, that's fine. We're just going to build up a bunch of energy. And yeah, they know what's going on. Look at that Moonblast. And I got the attack debuff, it looked like. Jesus. This is not going good for me. I didn't even notice I got the debuff until I'm watching it over. I throw the Wild Charge because they're staying in, and I'm just going to swap out anyway. It doesn't quite kill. And then they get to another move, and they weren't swapping out of a Steel type, so there's probably a Gyarados in the back, I was thinking. So I wanted to save it. And then it's an Excadrill in the back, and they have shield advantage. And I'm like, okay, they're just going to double shield and just win, right? So I play it out. So I'm thinking I can take both shields with Aqua Tail and then Superpower with my Dragonite, but then they swap. So I'm like, okay, that works. I throw the Crunch, and they shield. And I'm like, okay, I have a win condition now. I come into my Magnezone. I'm just going to let this go. So I'm just going to fully Dragon Breath down with my Dragonite, and I get that Spark through, and that did a lot of damage, and that really helped. And they have the Excadrill on the back has a Rock Slide, so I'm not going to shield this. And then I'm farming, and they realized that I have a shield and an almost Superpower, and they leave. Anyway, Magnezone and an Excadrill, this is not good. I swap right away, and they swap into their own Gyarados. I'm 1 Dragon Breath ahead, so I get to this Crunch before they do. I throw the Crunch, no defense drop. They throw their own Crunch, and no defense drop either. We're farming. I get to this Aqua Tail before they do, since we're even on energy. And they let it go. I take swap. But then they come in with their Excadrill to get a crazy farm down. And now at this point, I'm thinking, okay, what am I gonna do? They shield, which is nice, but they got so much energy, they mud shot down a flying type. So I'm like, okay, what am I gonna do now? So I swap, and then did you see that? I'm so proud of myself for that. I came in, I did the bait and switch. I made them drill run my flying type because I came with my Magnezone, and they're like, ooh. And then they threw the ground type, and then switch right away. And then they had a Togekiss in the back. So, can't win them all. I didn't even throw the superpower because I was one turn off. And, I tried my hardest. And that's what matters. Fuck. That kills. A non-stab flamethrower. Anyway, next battle. An Avalugg. Yo. Okay. These resisted Ice Fangs are chunking. Anyway, I throw the Mirror Shot, hoping for maybe a shield and maybe a debuff. I get neither. Anyway, I'm pretty sure Avalugg gets Earthquake, and I don't know why I shielded. He only did like 9, and I'm pretty sure Ice Fang's 4 energy, so that was 36. So that was only enough for a Body Slam. Anyway, and now I'm like, okay, yeah, I don't need to shield this, because I thought it was just another Body Slam, but it was a Crunch. So I realized I was going to get farmed down, so I swap with the Wild Charge for later, and they come in with their own Dragon Breath, Dragonite into my Dragon Breath Gyarados. So I'm thinking there's something in the back also weak to Gyarados. And they throw this Dragon Claw. They get another Dragon Breath in, which is annoying, but that's alright. I come in with my own Dragonite, because if I came in with my Magnezone, the one Dragon Breath would register before I could tap my charge move, and it would have wasted all my energy, and it was a Waterfall Gyarados in the back. So now I'm thinking I can take a shield and then pull a fast one on them. I'll swap after they throw this move, throw my Wild Charge, and then have the Dragon Breath loaded for the Gyarados, or for the other Dragonite in the back. Boom. Dragon Breath. And they realized they lost. They didn't want to get hit with that final charge move. Next battle against another legend. Another Florges. Alright, let's see how they play this. They swap right away. And, this is the battle where I make way too many mistakes. The first battle, when they save swap a Snorlax, I threw the Wild Charge then swapped, but I swapped right away. And, I don't know. And then they built up enough for an Outrage, and I don't want to, lose swap, because, I have another Dragon Breath user in the back, and then they bait me. So, I'm going to be down shields, and then Florges is going to come back in and farm me down. So, I'm thinking, okay, this is a lost cause. I CMP tie because I don't want to die. And then here comes the farm down. I do the same thing as last time I was in this situation. Do as much damage as possible. Farming. At the last second, I throw the superpower for extra damage. It's below half again. That works. I wait my switch clock, so I'll need to swap eventually. And they swap right away into their Mudshot. What's that called? Garchomp, yes. And they throw an Earth Power. I'm like, okay, are they running triple ground moves? And then I'm like, okay. And they outrage me there, so I'm like, okay, fine, whatever. I throw this Aqua Tail for last second, and then I overtapped. I thought I needed another Dragon Breath, but that's fine. Whatever. Just another mistake in this horrendous game. Anyway, I take that out, and they save their shield for Florges, and I'm thinking, okay, I need to call a Disarming Voice Baits, because I'm assuming they had Moonblast also. And now at this point, I gotta build up double mirror shot, and I hope that I can survive. I'm hoping I can survive. I barely do with 1 HP, and then I click this. And now I need to survive this fairy wind. Oh my god. If I didn't have my best buddy boost, I probably would have lost this game. I have 0.2 HP remaining. Anyway, next battle. Magnezone into Metagross. This is alright with me. I have to be scared of the Earthquake, because that'll kill about 4 of these. I build up one before the Earthquake. Throw the Wild Charge to see what they want to do. They shield, so I swap turn to catch the Earthquake. It didn't work. That's fine, because this Meteor Mash won't do too much either. They come in with a Dragon Tail. Dragonite. So I'm thinking, okay. I throw this Crunch, puts them below half health, and they throw their Dragon Claw right away. I'm hoping this kills. And it does, thankfully. I'm gonna wait out my clock. Wait, I did not wait out my clock. Farm up as much energy as possible, and then throw my mirror shots, because at this point my switch clock is almost up, and I can once again Wild Charge, then swap. But I'm looking at my health now, and I'm thinking, okay, maybe I can double Wild Charge and either kill or take another shield. And I take it out, and there's a Waterfall Gyarados in the back once again. So I swap into my I swap into my Dragonite to finish this game. It's just very exciting commentary. They leave again because they know they lost. Here we go. Next battle against another legend, another Metagross lead. I'm going to do the same thing as last time. Build up 8 Sparks. Throw this Wild Charge. They shield. I do one more this time and swap. And they did not fall for my catch attempt either. They're going to do the same thing as last opponent. They're going to throw their Meteor Mash and swap, but this time into another Dragon Breath Gyarados. And I'm pretty ahead on energy, so I can get to this Crunch and a lot of Dragon Breath damage, and now they're in perfect farm down range for my Magnezone. And I'm up shields, so this game is looking pretty juicy, right? Anyway, I come in. I'm gonna let this go because I want to save both shields for Dragonite in the back. Because I was thinking, since they have a Togekiss answer in the lead, they probably have a Dragon in the back also, right? And it's a Garchomp, and they took swap, so now my Dragonite has to sweep. So I'm going to have to double shield my Dragonite. And now I have to be scared of the Outrage. And, you know, I really doubt that this Garchomp is running triple ground. And I had to think really hard about how much energy it had. And it has, if I remember correctly, 3 Mud Shots, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I swap. I catch the Outrage. I was like jumping in my seat playing this game. Anyway, they zero bubble that to get their Mud Shot, and they know they lost. They're crying right now. They should have won that game, but I'm just a better battler. Anyway, this team was a lot of fun. I, really enjoyed playing this team, and I went 9-1, and I climbed a lot of points. I am at 2461, I believe. So one more good set, and I'll be veteran. And thank you for watching, and hopefully I'll do another video soon.